So at the end, I will ask you to unmute so that we can talk about how the workout went and all that kind of good stuff. So let's get the party started. All right, turning on my computer and a timer. So for those of you like Valerie who haven't been partaking in these sessions in the past, you will notice that we have about a 10-minute warm-up each time. Then we'll go into a little bit of a get your body warmed up even more, and then go into the main set. And the main set will be pretty much the intensity portion of the workout. So everything will be on a timer. I don't know why let me just get this adjusted here so we're not getting that delayed voice. There we go. So if you guys have noticed, I'm in a different location. So I'm in a different room in our house. I'm actually in what I call my office, which is also where Randy keeps his clothes. Of course, you know how that goes. You don't keep your clothes, men and women don't keep their clothes in the same room. I get the big closets in the master bedroom. He gets the one small closet in my office. So this might be the location for me. The other thing it does is kind of opens up our house a little bit. For those of you that don't know, our nephew is currently living with us. He recently got a job in New York City, so it's kind of different having another person in the house. So this allows them to take advantage of the house while I'm up here doing a session. So my background will look a little different. You might see behind me one of my national champion jerseys and my New Jersey State champion jersey. Just kind of reminders of my accomplishments in my cycling career. And you might also see, I don't know if you can see it, a picture of Marlon and a picture of my dad, who were both very accomplished football players. So lots of athletic genes in our house, for sure. So today's workout, I hope that you have a cadence sensor, because today is going to be about cadence, but you're also going to get some strength out of today. It's going to be a little bit of time. Time is what's going to determine what we're doing today. So it's going to be kind of an interesting ladder that we're going to be embarking on. So I hope you brought your fast legs, but I also hope you brought your strong legs, because you're going to need both of those today. I don't know how many of you have been getting out and riding. I see Jim on the screen. I know last weekend he did one of the gravel courses that Randy had done, or at least part of it. He had a blast up near Cold Spring. That's always kind of fun. It's a great area for gravel riding. There's a lot of dirt roads up in that area, so it makes it really nice. So as I mentioned before, I want you in an easy gear, just spinning your legs at whatever cadence feels comfortable. We're going to go another 30 seconds, and then we're going to really get the legs working hard. We want to kind of open up the legs, get the lactic acid to start moving around, because we want to be ready for this workout. So the first effort, you're going to do a 10-second sprint, literally in your drops, out of the saddle, and I'm going to give you the gear. Then you're going to follow that with 50 seconds of high cadence. I want your cadence to be at least at 100, no less. So your legs are really going to be spinning. All you're going to do for this is switch from big ring to small ring. So for those of you that don't know, like Valerie, big rings in the front. You have a big ring and a small ring in the front. In the back, you have gears. Each of those gears has a name. The name represents a number, the number of teeth on that gear. So at the top of your cassette, or the largest cog in the back, typically has either 28 or 25 teeth. So as you walk down that cassette or to harder gears, those numbers will change. So I'll walk through that process tonight, Valerie. Everybody else pretty much knows those gears. So to get us started, first, get to your big ring. Then I want you shifting to your 21, or that's going to be, if you have a 28 at the top, it's going to be 3 gears down, 3 harder gears. You're going to give me a 10-second sprint out of the saddle in your drops. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Out of the saddle. Really push it. Get the legs going. Sit back down. Just shift to your small ring. Increase your cadence between 90 and 100. Hold it there. Back and forth. That's all we're going to do to get started. Spin the legs. Light on your feet. Hold on to it. If the legs are burning, that's what we want. When I count it down, you're going to go back to the big ring, down in your drops, in your big ring, down in your drops. Go for it. 10 seconds hard. Sit back down. Back to your small ring. Spinning the legs. Get as close to 100 as you can. Keep the legs moving. This is our warm-up. If you're starting to sweat, that's a good thing. Again, find your big ring, down in your drops, out of the saddle, 10 seconds, sprinting for it, sprinting for it. Sitting back down to your small ring. Quick shift in here. Let your hands be relaxed. Little bend in your elbows. Nice core. Holding your body up. Feel the lightness in your feet. So your legs will go around. We have 2 more minutes to go. That means 2 more sprints. Big ring. In your drops, go for it. Come on. Sitting back down. Small ring. Keep the legs moving. Fast legs, fast legs. Keep it going. Don't let the cadence drop. You only have 1 more minute to go. Coming up to the last sprint. Find that big ring. And then drops. 3, 2, go. Hold on to it. Sit back down. Small ring. Holding that cadence. Almost done with the warm-up. Hard to believe this is the warm-up. 30 more seconds. Then you get some rest. Don't let that cadence drop. Ten. 5, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Find the easiest gear. Bring your cadence down. Let yourself recover. Take a drink. You guys know the drill. You should have that water bottle completely consumed by the end of this workout. All right, so here's how the main set's going to go. I hope you're ready, because this is a 30-minute solid session. So we're going to do a ladder format. So it's 1 minute, 1 minute, 2 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute, 4 minute, 5 minute, 5 minute. Each one of these, you're going to do exactly the same. The only thing that's changing is the time. So for the first minute, I want you in whatever small ring, whatever gear you want, that holds you at 100 cadence. Then you're going to do 1 minute in your big ring in whatever gear holds you at 50 cadence. So I want that cadence really low. So you might be actually in the hardest gear on your bike. Then you're going to get 1 minute in between. Then you're going to do that exact same thing for 2 minutes and 2 minutes with 1 minute in between. And then down the ladder. So for that first one, if the gear that you were in for the warm-up, you were able to hold 100, stick to that gear. If you need an easier gear, that's fine with me. I don't care what gear you're in. I want you to just be holding that 100 cadence. I'll help you with mine. If you want to match my leg speed, you're welcome to do that. So find that gear, whatever you think you want to be in. You're obviously welcome to shift if you get the wrong one. Here we go. 3, 2, 1 minute at 100. If you're bouncing, then you need to shift to one harder gear. Just keep the legs spinning fast. If you're getting to 110, then you need a harder gear. If you're only getting to 80, then you need an easier gear. I'm right at 101. So if you want to match my leg speed, go for it. So after this minute's over, You're going to shift to your big ring. Get to that cadence of 50. 50 when I count it down. Find your big ring. 3, 2, 1. Grind away at this. You can see what's going to happen as we go through this. Keeping your feet extra light is what's going to help you get through this low cadence. I don't want you pushing into the pedal at all. I only want you pulling up. Let your feet drop to the bottom naturally. And if you hold your core in, then you're going to be able to have your hips in the right place. Right now, this feels miserable, but in 10 seconds, you're going to get a 1-minute rest. 3, 2, 1. Back down to your small ring. Back to an easy gear. Bring that cadence down, maybe to 70, 80. Nothing super hard. After each one of these, I want you taking a drink. So when we get to that 1 minute easy in between, find your water bottle. That'll guarantee that you're going to get enough water by the end. Next one is going to be exactly the same, but it's 2 minutes at 100, 2 minutes at 50. So if you pick the right gears, go right back to those same gears. If you felt like you need to shift a little around, go for that. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. 100 cadence. 2 minutes. Settle in. I'm right at 101. My goal is to keep it right there. Also, think about pedaling evenly. You don't want to be pushing down with one leg harder than the other. And those of you that have the capacity on your computers to see your right and left power, that's always a nice help. So Earl, I want you only thinking about pedaling with your left leg. Or I'm sorry, pedaling with your right leg. 1 minute down. If you know you have a weaker leg, think about only pedaling with that leg. Two minutes is what we're looking for. Remember, after this, you're going to the big ring and to 50 for 2 minutes. 30 seconds till we start there. Lillian, you feeling it in your body today right here? Feeling it in my sides from a workout we did yesterday. 5 more seconds. Find your big ring. Back down to that 50. 2 minutes. Light on your feet. Feel yourself sitting up. Take that deep breath. Open up your chest. It'll turn your hips. Try not to push from behind your pedal, but from on top of the pedal. You're not pushing your heels down. If you're light on your feet, your heel won't even be able to go down. little bend in that elbow. Light on your hands. You should be able to wiggle them. 1 minute down. 1 to go. It's like strength training on the bike. Stick with it. Whatever cadence you saw at the beginning, hold it to the end. Look down at your feet every once in a while. Make sure they're pedaling flat. $15 to go. Shoulders are nice and still. Only the legs are working. 3, 2, 1. Small ring. Easy gear. Take a drink. Now you know, Valerie, the benefits of the rest. Take advantage of it. Allow yourself to pedal easy so you can pedal strong when it matters. So you know what's up next. Same drill. Just 3 minutes and 3 minutes. 3 minutes at 100, 3 minutes at 50. 45 seconds. And again, if you need to switch gears, that's fine. But if you can try to hold the same gear through this whole ladder, it's even better. Here we go. Small ring, 100 cadence. 3, 2, 1. We're at 3 minutes. Nice and steady. This is when the legs are going to get some relief from that heavy work. So this is kind of like being in a nice flat pace line. You're just pedaling behind the person in front of you, taking advantage of that draft. And then you're going to hit the bottom of the hill. So enjoy this little draft. Keep the legs just spinning. I think we just lost Wayne. One minute down. 2 more to go. Consistency is what we're looking for here. Holding the same cadence from start to finish. If you're using power, if you want to pay attention to where your power is, try to hold that power at that cadence. It's a combination of things here. And of course, depending on what gear you're in, it's going to change your power output. Two minutes down. 1 to go. Now's when you start. Nobody's shoulders are up at their ears. Let your shoulders drop. Nobody's got their arms super straight. Put that little bend in the elbow. Find yourself getting tall from your lower abs. So if you sit up, then go back down into your bars. Keep your abs where they are. You almost feel your hips tilt back when you do that. 15 till we shift. When I count it down, big ring, and that 50. 3, 2, big ring, find that 50. Don't cheat yourself here. Get right back to that cadence of 50. No less, no more. Make sure you're in the same gear. Push yourself a little bit. Get light in your legs. Let your knees track as straight as they can go. Nobody's pedaling with their knees out. If you pedal with your knees out, you'll notice it's really hard to pedal that way. So give a couple pedal strokes with your knees out. You can't get any push from your glutes there. Your knees need to be facing forward near the top tube. You're into the second minute. 1 minute down. 1 minute and 15 down. Grind through this. Find your comfort level here. Your heart rate shouldn't really be off the charts because you're using mostly muscular strength for this. Almost 2 minutes down. Earl, if you need to lighten up your gears at all, if that knee starts to bother you, go ahead and do that. One more minute to go. Wayne, we missed you, man. Big ring.
Yeah,
50 cadence.
I've been doing it. We got another 30 seconds.
All right. Mute yourself if you can.
Okay. I'm going to go mute.
30 more seconds here. Find that place where you can keep the legs moving. Hips should be nice and still. Nobody's doing this. If you're doing that, that means you're pushing into the pedal. 3, 2, 1. Small ring. Find that easy gear. 1 minute easy. Take a drink. Towel off. If your hands are getting sweaty, you might want to towel off your bike too. Next one. It's like Groundhog Day, just longer. Next one's 4 minutes. Same drill. Hopefully you can stay in that same gear. Because if you can stay in the same gear, that means your strength is equal to all the time frames. All right. Small ring. Find that gear. 3, 2, 1. 4 minutes. Keep it steady. Keep it even. Enjoy the spin. The legs will be like, ah, thank God it's a spin. Find that position on your bars that you feel comfortable in. I'm always kind of right on the curve of my handlebars, or right on the deck, as I call it. Most of the time I'm kind of in between, right with the meat of my hand on the curve. It's kind of place where I go on the trainer. I tend to go to that same spot out on the road. If you feel comfortable here, that's okay too. Kind of opens your chest up when your hands are in the front. Forces you to sit up a little bit more. Minute and a half down. Or if you're in your hoods, that's okay too. But depending on your fit, you might be reaching a little bit for those hoods. Find that place that you can call home. Right at 100. I hope you're still seeing that. You got 2 more minutes at 100. Don't let your mind wander. Stay focused. I don't know if any of you are watching the Giro d'Italia. It's been an interesting Giro. 2 teams, the entire team, left the Giro before today's stage because they had positive COVID tests. So, those 2 teams were pretty dynamic teams. It's going to change the dynamics of that race majorly. 3 minutes down, 1 to go at this cadence. Now, if you feel your heart rate jacking up, that's what it should do. When you pedal at a higher cadence, it forces the heart to work a little harder. After this last 25 seconds, you know the drill. When I count it down, big ring, back to 50. I might put some stand-ups in this last one, or this 4-minute one, so it doesn't feel so long. 3, 2, big ring, find that gear, right back to 50. Find yourself, get tall here. There you go. Feel those lower abs come into play. 3, 2, stand up a little bit in your hoods. In your hoods, just stand straight up. Feel a little tip of your saddle in between your legs. Sitting back down. Get settled in. After you stand up, you use a little bit of energy. It'll jack up the heart rate. You might feel the legs get a little slower. 3 more minutes to go. You're getting stronger with every pedal stroke. Hands in your hoods. 3, 2, standing up. Keep it going. 3, 2, sit down. 2 more minutes. Come on, you got this. Stay right in that cadence zone. Don't let it drop. If you can turn your fan up, do it. It's always good to have a fan with the remote. Hands in your hoods, standing up. Don't get too far forward. Sitting back down. Last minute. Oh, this is sweat fest. I think some people are going to have some puddles tonight. Stay in the zone. Almost there, almost there. In your hoods. Last 15 seconds out of the saddle and up. Feel yourself pulling that pedal up and over, Val. 3, 2, sitting down. Small ring. Woo! Easy gear. Let your legs spin out. Take a drink. Should almost be done with that bottle. I completely forgot that I have a ceiling fan up here. Turning that on next time. And the good part about it when we go through the winter is this room's nice and cold. So that'll be good. All right, you know the drill. For the last one, super simple. But time is our deterrent. 5 minutes at 100. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Can you hold the same cadence in the same gear as you did for the 1 minute one? This is when you really got to find light feet. Allow the legs to work fast. Thinking fast legs. Concentrate only on that one thing, keeping the cadence in check. When you do that, that's when you make progress. When you're focusing on too many things, it's hard to multitask. 1 minute down, 4 to go at this cadence. Everybody's hanging. If you haven't got a chance to get out and see the leaves, I think this coming weekend, they're going to be really nice. Pay attention to your legs. See if you can feel if they're pedaling evenly. If you're pulling up properly, you shouldn't have any pressure in your feet. Two minutes down. Hang on to it. I know you can stick with it. Change your hand positions around if you feel like you need to. Of course, if you go into your drops, it's going to change the way your hips move. Thinking positive. Nobody's got negative thoughts in their heads right now. Even though I know you want to say, oh God, this is killing me. Say you got this. Staying strong. 2 minutes to go. So depending on what kind of muscle structure you have, some people love high cadence work. Some people hate high cadence work. But then on the flip side, some people love low cadence work and other people hate it. The reason we do this, so you can start to get good at both. Four minutes down. Take a drink if you feel like you need it. If you're not good at drinking on the bike, this is a good time to practice it. "30 seconds. Then you're into the last 5 minutes of the workout. And you know what you got to do when I count it down. Big ring, 50 cadence. And remember, light feet when we get there. 3, 2, 1. Big feet, big ring. Find that gear. Right to 50. Get right on it. Feel the hum of your trainer. Hands in the hoods. Standing up. Just a short one. Sitting back down. A little bit of movement on this one, just to make it go by a little faster. In your hoods. Standing up. 1 minute down. Sitting back down. If you're pulling up, you might start feeling the tops of your thighs. Feeling that muscle strain. That's a good feeling because now you're using some different muscles than you've used previously. Almost to 2 minutes. And your hoods. Standing up. Short time. Sitting back down. Settle back in. Keep that nice even pedal stroke. Hands in your hoods. Standing up. Sitting back down. Coming up on 3 minutes down. Two to go. 2 to go. That's nothing. Stick with it. You got this. Hands in the hoods. Standing up. 15 seconds here. Sitting back down. I see the towels coming out. That shower is going to feel so good. Last minute. 1 to go, 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 1 to go. Make it a strong one. Don't let your focus fade. You've gone this far. You've kept up. You've stayed strong. Hands in the hoods. Standing up. Last time standing. Getting tall, Val, getting tall. There it is. That's it. Sitting back down. Last 15 seconds. Make it strong. Three, 2, 1. Woo! Nice easy gear. Spin the legs. Back down to your small ring. Towel off. Keep your legs spinning. You don't want to stop so fast. You got to get in some recovery. Whatever you have left in your bottle, consume it. So this kind of workout, you really need to get yourself some recovery. If you do it in a shake form, that's great. For those of you that might remember my Poor Man's Recovery Shake, almond milk, Greek yogurt, coconut, banana, some spinach, maybe some chia seeds if you have them in your house. So that's a perfect recovery shake. But a recovery shake is not a meal replacement. In addition to that, you should be having some dinner and try to add some protein into that dinner, whatever it is. Piece of chicken, fish, if you're a vegetarian, whatever sources of protein you use, This was a good start to what's to come. There's going to be more info coming your way about what is to come. So we're not going to start officially next week, but the following week, so the last week of October, will be Tuesday, Thursdays. I'll be sending out information about the links, schedule, all that stuff. I'm going to try to focus on some new stuff this year. We're going to work on a little bit of zone 3 endurance kind of work. We'll work on some short, hard sprint type efforts. And we'll also work on some consecutive, almost like interval type work. So we're going to mix it up. I made myself a really nice new workout last night that I did myself. So you guys will see that one along the way. And I just made this one up this afternoon sitting at my desk. So hopefully those new workouts will continue to flow. And you guys will see some new stuff coming your way. Just as a reminder, if you were intending to make any changes to your tires, no need to do it now. Use that tire that's old that you've been using all this time, unless you're using a trainer tire. Let that old tire turn into your trainer tire now, since you're going to start getting on your trainer more frequently again. And then when we get back outside in the spring, which sounds weird to say, then you can make your tire switches then. So that tire will work just fine on your trainer, depending on what kind you have. Anybody that has a kicker or a direct drive train, you obviously don't need to worry about that. So let's get in a couple more minutes, then I'll open up the phone lines. Now this cool down, start to bring your cadence down. I know I always have a tendency, just because 90 is where I go, I always tend to get to 90 and I'm spinning at 90 trying to cool down. If you're going to do that, that's fine. Just lighten up the effort. Get in that super easy gear. Get the legs to spin without really firing any muscles. And allow the legs to just move through the process of recovery. I don't know if you watch any of bike racing. I know a number of you do. The first thing that those racers do when they're done is they get on a bike, believe it or not, after going like 120 miles. And they just want to spin the legs out and recover. That's what we're doing here. You shouldn't really go from that really hard 5 minutes of 50 cadence to nothing. So keep the legs spinning. We're going to go another minute. I'll come and open up the computer. And then we can be done for the night. Great job tonight, guys. It was definitely not a night to go outside. The temperatures were just all day, just seemed kind of cold to me. Starting to feel that. No more air conditioner. Our heater actually came on the other day. I was really surprised. All right.